morning, good evening, wherever you may be watching this video. Another week has passed and another claim day is upon us. So you know what that means. We'll be going across all of our DeFi positions that I have capital deployed in, and we'll be claiming any fees or rewards that they might have earned. I've also taken some feedback and built a very crude Excel spreadsheet that allows me to track my rewards per pool, whether they're fees collected from being in that LP, delegation rewards, or RFLA rewards. And then I definitely plan on visualizing this data to see how well the positions performed over time. Now, RFLA rewards don't expire until May of next year, so we have plenty of time to collect as much data as we can to see how well these positions perform. And of course, I'll be adding capital along the way and probably getting in new positions along the way. So with that being said, let's get into today's content. All right, just so this video won't be ridiculously long, I've already gone through and noted all of the fees that I've earned in each of the LPs, what my initial deposit was in that LP and the current value in that LP, and then of course some delegation rewards. So for the ones on SparkDex, delegation rewards aren't available just yet. In fact, I think I just have one that would get delegation rewards. Um, so looking forward to seeing when those delegation rewards will be available for me to claim. And then of course, I probably won't add in the RFLA rewards until the RFLA reward claim period is upon us for the month. Otherwise, I'll be updating this every week when I could just update it once a month. And then I have an impermanent loss calculator. So right now I'm only calculating this by how much I initially deposited in that pool, minus the current value. And if the current value of the pool is worth more than my initial deposit, then there is no permanent loss. But if it's worth less than my initial deposit, then of course I want to capture that impermanent loss. Um, don't know if that's necessarily the right way to go about it. For all you math nerds out there that may watch my videos, chime in, let me know, help me out. And let's get this thing right. I just spun this up real quick. I didn't really put too much thought into it, but yeah, it should serve its purpose. And of course, I'm tracking the date, the DEX platform, and the pool name for each of these claims or each of these pools. So want to get that out the way. So actually starting off with SparkDex, I have my Wrap Flare USDT Zero pool. I have looks like $2.95 available to claim. So let's go ahead and claim that. All right, got that. Okay, let's go to the next pool. We have wrapped ETH USDT Zero. I have $4.04 available to claim. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Let's make sure I don't have anything else lurking around here. Don't want to miss anything. SparkDex changed their UI a little bit, and I don't know if I like it better or worse, but that's just human nature. People don't really like change, so don't really put too much stock into that. But moving on to Enosis. So my infamous Rat Flare USDC pool that is inconsistent, out of range, or it's in range, but only for a split second. Here lately, it'll pop in range for a little bit and then pop right back out. But this time, it popped into range for long enough to get or earn $2.28 in fees. Um, Thankfully for Enosis, they display the delegation rewards immediately, so I also can claim the delegation rewards, and I'm accumulating 373.95 R flare. Pretty sure there would be a lot more R flare accrued if I was in range, right? So that's another important reason as to why you want to stay within range as long as possible, especially during the Flare Fair where you earn incentives on top of claim fees and delegation rewards, right? So I'm sure I'll earn more incentives once I get back into range, but as of right now, it's not earning anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and claim $2.28. I'll take that. And then 34.38 flare from delegations. I'll take that. And then again, we can't claim our incentive rewards until the R flare incentive epoch is over with, and that's much later in the month. So we'll leave those there. Going back, Wrap Flare USDT Zero, $4.86 in fees. I will definitely take that. It's a good amount of fees. Tends to be a little higher. I'm used to it being at least like $6 or $7 with no incentives, no delegation rewards or anything like that. So might have been a lower volume week, but that's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of volume to come to the network pretty soon, especially if you've been keeping up with the announcements. Lot of money being pledged to get put to work on Flare Network by way of XRP. So a lot of eyes on Flare right now. So the volume on DEX platforms is set to explode. So I'm looking forward to that. And 44.76 Flare. Boom. Got that as well. And then this position is accumulated 1,900 R flare. And of course, keep in mind, this is still well within its range. Minimum price is 0.01568. Maximum price is 0.02330. And current price is at 0.01805. So again, we're in that middle point of the range, earning nice fees regardless. So let this be a lesson. The wider the range, the better. You don't want it too wide, but you want it wide enough to where you're capturing enough fees. You're staying within that price range long enough to not incur as much impermanent loss. You don't have to really rebalance or anything like that. And obviously, it makes a big difference. I haven't had to rebalance this pool by any means. I haven't had this pool go out of range. So it's been, regardless of the ups and downs of price as of late for Flare, I've been well within that range and I've been able to continue earning fees, delegation rewards, and of course incentives. So keep that in mind when you're building out these pools. The name of the game is to stay in range as long as possible. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed today's content. We'll do this every week. Like I said, we'll be adding positions pretty soon. I have been prepping for XRP-Fi, which is why I haven't added any positions or any capital yet, because I'm preparing for XRP-Fi. And then once we get those on board, then we'll make it a consistent thing to add capital to our existing positions to see how well the ramp up does our portfolio and overall performance, our expected fees, what we can get out of delegation rewards, what we can get out of our flare incentives, as long as we're staying within range of price and providing liquidity in a nice wide range, but again, not too wide. So, with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.